It all began when a grieving widow consulted a famous Boston medium named Adam Coons. According to legend, Coons told the widow that her family was cursed by the spirits of those killed by the legacy of her husband. He advised her to move west and build a home for herself and the spirits, a place where she could continuously construct to appease them. This prophecy would set the widow, Sarah Winchester, on a path that led her to San Jose, California. Welcome everyone to Stranger History, where we dive into the most mysterious and intriguing stories from the past. And if you enjoy learning about the oddities of history, remember to like and subscribe to the channel. Imagine meeting with a medium who tells you that your family is cursed by the spirits of those killed by your father-in-law's invention. This is exactly what happened to Sarah Winchester, a wealthy widow who went on to build one of the most perplexing homes in history. Today we'll explore the life of Sarah Winchester, her move to sunny San Jose, California, and the never-ending construction of the Winchester Mystery House. Stay with us to unravel the grief, spiritualism, and the so-called curse that drove Sarah to create this architectural enigma. And hey, if nothing else, it might give you some great ideas for your next home renovation, or maybe not. Sarah Lockwood Pardee was born in 1839 in New Haven, Connecticut. Known for her intelligence and charm, Sarah was a bright young woman who received an education that was quite advanced for women of her time. In 1862, she married William Wirt Winchester, the heir to the Winchester Repeating Arms Company, a name synonymous with firearms innovation. William's father, Oliver Winchester, had revolutionized the firearms industry with the invention of the Winchester Rifle. This rifle, known as the gun that won the West, played a crucial role in the American Civil War and the subsequent westward expansion. Its repeating mechanism allowed soldiers to fire multiple rounds without reloading, giving Union troops a significant advantage on the battlefield. After the war, the rifle became indispensable in the hands of pioneers, lawmen, and outlaws alike, shaping the American frontier. The Winchester Rifle was a marvel of 19th century technology. It featured a lever-action mechanism that allowed for rapid firing. Unlike previous muskets and rifles, which required the user to reload after each shot, the Winchester Rifle could fire multiple rounds before needing to be reloaded. This was achieved through a tubular magazine under the barrel that could hold several cartridges. The lever-action reloading system was fast and reliable, making it a favorite among soldiers and settlers. To put this in perspective, think of the Winchester Rifle as the smartphone of its time. Just as smartphones revolutionized communication by allowing us to text, call, and access the internet quickly and efficiently, the Winchester Rifle revolutionized firearms by allowing rapid, repeated firing, without the cumbersome need to reload after every shot. It was a significant leap forward in technology that changed the way people interacted with their world, whether on the battlefield or in the Wild West. In 1866, Sarah and William faced unimaginable sorrow when their infant daughter, Annie, died of a mysterious childhood illness known as marasmus. The loss devastated Sarah, and she retreated into herself, consumed by grief. The couple's tragedy was compounded in 1881 when William died of tuberculosis, leaving Sarah a widow with an immense fortune. Overwhelmed by her losses, Sarah sought solace in spiritualism, a movement that was gaining popularity in the late 19th century. Spiritualism offered comfort to many grieving families, with the promise of communication with the departed. Spiritualism became particularly popular in the United States and Europe during the mid-1800s, largely due to the widespread loss and mourning caused by events like the Civil War and the cholera epidemics. People longed for a way to connect with their lost loved ones, and spiritualism provided that hope. Mediums claimed to communicate with the dead through seances, where spirits would supposedly convey messages through knocks, table movements, or trance speaking. However, many aspects of spiritualism were based on fallacies. Skeptics and scientists of the time exposed numerous mediums as frauds who used trickery and illusions to deceive their clients. Techniques such as ventriloquism, hidden accomplices, and rigged furniture were commonly employed to create the illusion of spirit communication. Despite these exposures, the desire for comfort and closure kept the movement alive and well. As the story goes, Sarah would take the medium's advice to heart. Sarah left her home in New Haven and traveled across the country to San Jose, California. Yes, folks, we're talking about sunny California, where the weather is always perfect and the avocados are plentiful. In 1884, she purchased an 8-room farmhouse on a large plot of land in the Santa Clara Valley. Here, she began the construction of what would become known as the Winchester Mystery House. Legend has it that Sarah believed that as long as construction continued, she could evade the spirit's wrath, Her move to San Jose was not just a geographical change, but a spiritual quest to find peace and redemption. From the moment Sarah began work on the house, construction never stopped. Carpenters worked around the clock, following Sarah's ever-changing and often peculiar designs. The mansion grew to 7 stories at its height, though earthquakes and time have reduced it to 4 stories today. The house is a labyrinth of 160 rooms, with doors and staircases leading to nowhere, secret passages, and windows overlooking other rooms. Many believe these oddities were designed to confuse the spirits. The number 13 is said to recur throughout the house in windows, stairways, and other architectural elements. But according to factual history after Sarah Winchester's death, the number 13 was woven into the lore of the Winchester Mystery House as a recurring motif in its architecture, with features like 13 paned windows and 13-step staircases, symbolizing her purported obsession with the number. Imagine trying to feng shui this place. Despite her immense wealth, Sarah Winchester led a reclusive life. She rarely left her mansion, and when she did, it was in her closed carriage, often visiting the nearby town of Los Gatos. Sarah was known for her philanthropy, though, quietly funding local hospitals and charities. Sarah Winchester was a mystery to the local community. Her constant construction and reclusiveness led to many rumors and stories about her. Yet she was also remembered for her generosity and kindness, often helping those in need without seeking recognition. Lore says that Sarah was believed to be haunted by the spirits of those killed by the Winchester Rifle. Given the rifle's widespread use in conflicts like the Civil War and during the westward expansion, the number of spirits could be in the thousands. These were the spirits of soldiers, Native Americans, and countless others who had met their end at the barrel of a Winchester. It's no wonder Sarah felt the weight of this burden, believing she needed to constantly build to keep these spirits at bay, or so they say. In the late 1800s, San Jose was a burgeoning city, benefiting from the California gold rush and the arrival of the railroad. It was a time of growth and opportunity, making it an attractive place for new settlers, including Sarah Winchester. The economic boom provided ample resources and labor for Sarah's never-ending construction project. The city's growth mirrored the expansion of her mansion, both symbolizing the era's ambition and complexity. If you were a carpenter in San Jose back then, you definitely had job security. The San Francisco earthquake of 1906 had a significant impact on the Winchester Mystery House, causing extensive damage to the sprawling mansion. The earthquake reduced the house from its original 7 stories to the 4 stories that remain today. The top 3 floors of the mansion were severely damaged and had to be removed. Many rooms were left unfinished, and some sections of the house were so badly damaged that they were sealed off entirely. Despite this devastation, Sarah Winchester continued her construction efforts, undeterred by the setback. This event added to the house's already mysterious allure, as visitors could see firsthand the remnants of the destruction. Reflecting on her relationship with the house, Sarah Winchester once said, "I am always haunted by the belief that my life's work is not merely about stone and mortar, but about the pursuit of peace and purpose amidst chaos." This quote encapsulates her deep connection to the mansion, viewing it not just as a physical structure, but as a manifestation of her inner journey. Following Sarah Winchester's death in 1922, the Winchester Mystery House was left unfinished, its continuous construction abruptly halted. She had left no clear instructions for the estate, leading to its eventual sale. John and Mamie Brown, who purchased the house in 1923, recognized its potential as a tourist attraction due to its unique architecture and the intriguing stories surrounding Sarah's life. They opened the mansion to the public, branding it as a mystery house and capitalizing on the myths of hauntings and supernatural phenomena. Over the years, the house became a popular destination, drawing visitors fascinated by its eccentric design and the lore of the Winchester curse. Today, it stands as a historical landmark, a testament to Sarah Winchester's enigmatic legacy and the curiosity it continues to inspire. Those closest to Sarah Winchester held a mixture of admiration, concern, and bewilderment towards her. Her household staff and the local community saw her as a generous and kind employer, though her reclusiveness and relentless construction fueled rumors and speculation. Samuel Lieb, her personal attorney and a trusted confidant, offered a more nuanced view. He respected Sarah's intellect and determination, recognizing the depth of her grief and the complexity of her motivations. Reflecting on her character, Samuel Lieb once remarked, Mrs. Winchester was a woman of profound sorrow and remarkable resolve. Her eccentricities were but a veil over a compassionate heart and a mind always in search of peace. This quote underscores the duality seen by those who knew her well, acknowledging both her enigmatic behavior and her underlying benevolence. Continuous construction on her house may have been a form of therapy, a way to channel her anxiety and maintain a sense of control amidst the chaos she perceived in her life. The myths of a curse and haunting spirits likely fueled her relentless building, transforming her home into a tangible expression of her inner turmoil and her desperate quest for redemption and peace. While the popular lore surrounding Sarah Winchester's continuous construction of her house is steeped in tales of spiritualism and curses, there are also more practical reasons that might explain her actions. Sarah Winchester was a woman of immense wealth, and after experiencing profound personal losses, she likely sought a purposeful project to occupy her time and mind. The act of continuous building provided her with a tangible way to channel her grief and cope with her loneliness. Moreover, the construction allowed her to employ a significant number of workers, contributing to the local economy and providing livelihoods for many families in the San Jose area. Her background and interest in architecture and design might have also driven her to experiment with innovative building techniques and materials. Additionally, Sarah's ongoing construction could be seen as a way to exert control over her environment, creating a dynamic and ever-changing space that reflected her desire for stability and progress amidst personal turmoil. Sarah Winchester's life and the house she built continue to captivate and mystify us. Her story is one of tragedy, mystery, and resilience. If you ever find yourself in San Jose, California, a visit to the Winchester Mystery House is a must. It stands as a testament to a woman's quest for peace amidst profound sorrow. Thank you for joining us on this journey through history on Stranger History. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more intriguing stories. And if you get the chance, come see the Winchester Mystery House for yourself. Who knows? Maybe you'll solve a mystery or two. Until next time.